My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Against the Storm, where we're going to be moving into, I believe, Prestige 8. And also trying to accomplish one of the cursed royal woodlands that doesn't have a modifier nearby that makes it absolutely kick my batoot into the sun. Such as the Ancient Battleground up here, which increased hostility by 150 at base. It says 50, but it does scale based on difficulty. Which it also says. I'm not taking issue with it, I'm taking issue with my boneheaded decision to try it. So, let's settle in this cursed royal woodland down here. Before we do so, I now have enough currency to very quickly unlock this one. 2% boost to global production speed in the settlement, neat, but the starting ability of the beavers in particular extends available trade offers by 1 in each neighboring town. And the starting ability is applied as soon as the first beaver happens to join our base. I believe I also have enough money, to get Queen's Patience, -2 speed for, -2% rather speed for the growth of impatience of the Queen, and also gives us 30 extra seconds to try and save our base from that impatience. But I think realistically, I'm gonna try and wait until I get some more artifacts in order to try and progress other trees, rather than progress all the way up that one. Cool. All that said and done, all I gotta do is name this settlement. The settlement is going to be Gizopolis. Up on Prestige 8, so in addition to all of our previous prestige modifiers, we now get villagers consume more luxury goods. Tough. Interesting. So we've got 2 different caravans here that have 8 folk in them. 2 harpies, 5 foxes, 2 villagers, or 7 lizards and 2 villagers, but our bottom one is 5 beavers, 3 humans, and another 2 villagers for a total of 10 people. As well as some of those people in particular being beavers, who are really good woodworkers. We're dealing with the cursed battlefield, so it's impossible to know what glades are what. However, we'll be finding restless spirits that we can try and resolve quests for in order to gain resources. It's cool. Cursed area of the Royal Woodlands. I don't think it gives extra wood. As for the resources we have in this area, we could make skewers pretty easily. We could make basically anything baked surprisingly easily. With the prevalence of mushrooms and grain and roots in the trees, we have the ability not only to make things that are baked, but also the ability to make ale quite easily. A lot of this is starting to point me towards the humans and the beavers. The humans and the beavers share a love of... I actually don't think they share a love of biscuits. No, it is biscuits. Okay, I thought it was pies they shared a love of. No, they share a love of biscuits, so a baked's good. They share a love of ale, which is another factor we can produce quite easily. And if I can find cloth, plant fiber from the trees, that's not going to be a great source of cloth, but they would both enjoy clothing at the same time. Ugh, I could theoretically start an ale delivery line and literally just be given ale for free consistently, which would be nice, admittedly. Oh, boy. Do I want to do that? Because other than that, the camps that I want to pick up... Actually, how much soil is there in this area? An average amount? Okay, so the camps I would want to pick up for this area would possibly be the herbalist's camp for mushroom, the trapper's camp for insects. Forager's camp is low priority, although it does have vegetables in. Though the more and more I look at it, the more and more I feel like something that's going to be appropriate for me is farming, as I have humans, and humans will tell me the nearest plot of farmable land, so it'll be very, very easy to optimize around that. That'd be consistent source of all of the things that I need to make biscuits. No, not really, because vegetables don't go into biscuits. I'm almost trying to convince myself not to take one of these blueprints. Berries are pretty good. Berries would give me the ability to make wine. Plant fiber would give me the ability to keep some clothing going on. Pickled goods, I think I might be able to make out of berries as well. You know what, let's take the plantation. So with that locked in, what else is a little difficult for us? A little difficult is also clay as a resource, and bricks here are very expensive. They're twice as expensive as they usually are. So I'm going to get a set of either stone or clay. It doesn't really matter which to me. I'll take stone just because I can also use it to open chests. And then finally, if I really want to get aggressive about housing my people really early, with the 21 plonks that I already have, I can add another 14 planks, get myself up to 35. That'll give me the ability to make almost 3 beaver houses. With one more plank, I can get 3 full beaver houses out really, really early. That said, humans and beavers are both much more resilient. They have a higher base resolve, so they don't immediately start running away if you don't house them. It would be if I had the harpies, in particular, that I would need to worry about that as aggressively. Perhaps I'll still take it, though. Not necessarily for building housing, though. Okay. Insects. We get 30 insects for each discovered glade. Hang on. That is not get 30 insects each time you discover a glade during drizzle. I believe this is in drizzle, for each glade you have discovered, gain 30 insects. The difference is ridiculous. I will keep an eye on to make sure that my interpretation of that is correct, though. Quaking Bog at 2 hostility and above, gathering speed is decreased by 50%. Also lose a random type of water for every 2 units used in rain engines. Resources sacrificed 40% faster in the hearth. And at hostility 4, we have to pay oil. Cool. That could be a lot worse. Scaffold time. Most important time in every young person's life. Excellent. Oh, we've also got harpies. Excellent. So with the harpies as well, that means we have 3 people that like biscuits and 3 people that like clothing, which makes it very easy to overlap their needs. We also have 2 people that like education, which there isn't a 3rd that likes education, so that's as many as you can get for that as well. Oh boy, what a joy. We even have a second folk here who like pies. Furnace supplier. Herb garden. Okay, so difficult to turn down herb garden specifically because herb garden is the ability to generate all of the resources for biscuits. It gives you roots and herbs. You use the roots to make flour, you use the herbs to fill the biscuits. You can also use the same 2 ingredients, roots and herbs, to make pies. And because we already have a plantation, we already have the ability to generate clothing. So like, yes, I still need a flour production facility. I need a biscuit production facility. But man, it's hard to turn down an herb garden just offered to us like this. Let's entertain the possibility, though, that something like a supplier or a furnace could be good here. Furnace, yeah, we do want brick production online. We do want pie production eventually. Copper bars are fine. They are usable, and they will be plentiful to generate on this map. However, if I was going to go for either of these others, I think I would go for the supplier, which gives us 2-star generation of flour, 2-star generation of planks, and 2-star generation of water skins. The water skins probably not going to get made that much here, but flour and planks both coming into the 2-star makes it much more than worthwhile. I'm going to take the herb garden. Dang. Greenhouse also could have been really good. Uses drizzle water to produce mushrooms and herbs. You can also use that mushroom in order to make flour, I believe. Right? Apothecary. He has the ability to make biscuits, 2-star. Legitimately? Yeah. As soon as I get given that choice, I should really take it. Workshop! What? Oh my god. Yeah, 100%. 2-star production of each of the different... This just paid off huge. I didn't pick up production for any of the base resources, and now I am given the best production for the base resources. Well, the best coverage for the... in terms of efficiency of blueprints. Okay, let's get a crude workstation up. I don't have anything to feed into it just yet, so I'm also going to start farming this flax field as soon as possible. Let's also get some woodcutters up to actually generate the resources I intend to currently use. And there is fertile soil to the north, so I'm going to want to go there as soon as possible. Let's set the priority of these woodcutter camps up and then start the timeline. I know we're 11 minutes in, and that's like the final start of the timeline, but this has laid out a lot of things that we're going to want to accomplish quite soon. I'm going to pop the Harpy into the Ancient Hearth instead, because I prefer their opening bonus. That is the global carrying capacity increased by 5, rather than the Hearth fuel consumption rate decreased by 25%. That's also certainly good, but it's hard to compare it to the value of this. Vineyard Town, leftover crop spices. Okay, yeah, dude, that's what we're gonna do. Vineyard Town, leftover crops and cannibalism are all here, but spices says herb and root. That is to say, the two things that are made by the herb garden. Production is increased by +1 for every 75 biscuits produced, and I'm gonna produce as many biscuits as I can. The only thing I'm currently missing is flour generation. So I'm gonna want to complete orders as quickly as possible so that I can try and get some... Wait, hang on. Gotta take them out of there because they can't even do anything yet. I've got to get orders that I can complete as quickly as possible for the sake of this. The guild, Beaver's Resolve above 20. It's not especially hard for me to do, frankly. Speedy real estate? That I also don't think is difficult for me to do. +1 to resin production isn't especially effective on this map either. So, speedy real estate, let's think about that for just a moment. I could create that with a simple shelter and then a single beaver house. That's 8 people housed. And then I pop a couple T connectors back there. Let's get an elbow piece. And then an ending. So I simply just need all of those to be produced as quickly as possible. Yep, cool, we'll be taking that. And from that, I will very easily get the 5 tools that will give me a completion of this quest. So that should give me the ability to fish very effectively for our flour production. I'll take any flour production. 1-star flour production, it'd be hard to swing, but I do it. Not happily, but I do it. Just gonna very quickly increase the priority of all of these. Okay. 2 humans in there. There we go. And that gave us the tools to complete the next one. Boom. 2 orders already complete. And then I get my woodworkers back into the cutting camps. I could not be more happy about this. If I favor beavers right now, I think I will also complete the guild. Well, there it is. That's the best ale generation in the game. And I've got the 2 folks that love leisure. Yep. That's the supplier. That's the flour production. I'm not going to turn it down. Even though the smokehouse would give me the ability to make jerky out of insects, and I will have a lot of insects here, only the harpies eat jerky? And literally as soon as I have flour production online, we completely change the dynamics of this. So let's get a workshop down, and immediately I no longer need the cruel workshop. Cruel fates. With that done as well, I can get the supplier down. Tell the supplier not to make planks because it shouldn't. You should only max out at 25 a piece at the moment. And yes, you'll be using flax. Cool, all of that's right. I can start generating flour out of mushrooms already. Then I will have flour. Sure, I guess this building goes here. And I'll only need herbs in order to complete my biscuits. Yep. Here comes the guild. Do-do-do-do. Here comes the guild. And I say, they're beavers. Not dwarves, evidently. Forsaken altar activation. I'm still trying to avoid doing that just for the sake of my permanent resources. Pop the humans out of work for a moment there so they can help for a second, and then they'll shuttle off to the workshop. To you back in the forester's camp. Let's go to consumption as well. I would like to tell you not to consume roots or mushrooms. Those are easy generation of flour. I should leave them as being so. Now, can I make biscuits with something else that I have more easy access to at the moment? Yeah, roots, I guess. And that is a much more efficient production of food than I might have thought I would have. Sure. Please start making flour. This is probably one of the most solid openings I may have seen. I want to also tell you all to stop using clothing. Should make it much more comfortable when the storm rolls around and I allow that about. That completion of early orders there has really put me off to a ridiculous start. And a workshop and a full production chain for the biscuits? I'm over the moon. Let's also start making sure to keep on top of the movement of some of these. Okay, now that I've got all of the flour, why don't you make some biscuits about it, huh? If you're so goddamn good at making flour, why don't you make some biscuits? That's right, I thought so. I feel like reverse psychology is the way to really get through to these characters here. That and just assigning directly their tasks. Alright, storm's rolling in, but we're not over the limits. Storm will last 4 minutes, so I either have to make the harpies happier. I suppose I should just make the harpies happier. The harpies will be happier if they move into a home, and then the beavers will also have more resolve, so I'll be able to favor. I don't think I need to change anything right now. I think I can just let this keep running. I should probably get a couple workers free so that I can actually make the things that I'm intending to solve my problems with. I could allow them to have coats, but next storm is going to be much harsher than this one. Gotta prepare them for that. Okay, I'm gonna give them... I'm gonna give them clothes again. They don't like clothes yet. I'm gonna burn some stuff until they start wearing the clothes and are happy again. I've got biscuits! You should be getting happy from biscuits. Newcomers arriving during the storm, so I have an allowance of 28 safely points. Yeah, so I can accept these people, happily. I probably don't need more beavers right now. I'll take humans. Yeah, those beaver houses were never coming up at the right time. That was a fantasy. That's it. Everything seems to be going okay right now. We're running out of flour, so I should also start thinking about producing mushrooms manually for the sake of that flour production. There we go. Alright, we got out of the season. I'm gonna keep the rest of that clothing. Rainpunk Engineer. Use 180 units of rainwater of any type in production buildings. Rainwater of any type, eh? Both my supplier and my apothecary, so my entire biscuit production chain uses clearance water, which is pretty encouraging. Specifically, it's encouraging me to use some clearance water. Woodcutters are tasked with creating makeshift tools. Discovering a glacier in the storm grants 10 tools. Cool. New resource nodes have more charges, a bunch of new charges, but you also get 30 hostility upon picking it. Economic migration. Newcomers arrive 15% faster and bring 10% more of goods for every 1 level of standing I have with other settlements on trade routes. And then finally, every neighboring town offers 2 more trade routes, but no trader will arrive in your settlement until you complete at least 5 trade routes. I really don't think any of these give me the bonus that I'm looking for early in the game, so I'm gonna reroll. Oh wow! You gain 15 amber every time you accept a newcomer group from the Citadel, but you'll also lose all stored amber on picking it up. I don't have any. No stored amber. That'd give me a lot of money over the course of the game. There's also Farsight, which I do like, but it's a little harder to take advantage of because I don't know which are dangerous and which are forbidden glades on this map. Would give me the ability to increase the speed of working dangerous and forbidden glade events by 50% if I discover a small glade in the interim. Old Fedora Hat for the 50% extra double loot from events. I think that accounts. The Restless Spirits in this area. Hauling Cart is also just really good. Just generally transports resources between buildings. Great. I'm gonna go with the Stormwalk attacks because I've taken Farsight, Old Fedora, and Hauling Cart more recently, and all of them seem pretty good to me right now. Except for Farsight. Because again, I can't utilize it. It is good, it's just I can't appropriately utilize it right now. One thing I need to do as well is set up my farm. So it's time to cut through this top exit. Thompson's camp has nothing nearby. Great. That'll free up a couple folk for us. Ooh, hello. Royal Treasure Stag. Once it is discovered, it flees to a nearby dangerous or forbidden glade. It's said that a special treasure awaits those who capture it. So because this is completely fine, there's nothing threatening going on in this glade, I can afford to immediately expand into another one. Where are ya? Oh boy. I'll do it. I am just a bit nervous as well, despite the fact that I am gonna full commit. Treasure stags are so valuable. It will be worth it, I think. I hope. I pray. Wait, hang on. Where's my mushrooms gone? I could have sworn I was looting mushrooms. No one's been eating them. I am concerned. I suppose I need more mushroom looters. I am going to want that human house, and as soon as that human house is capable of being produced, we're off to the races. Don't prioritize planks over everything else right now. Actually, no, do, because that's what I'm missing for the human house. Whoops. But as soon as that human house comes up, I know that I only need a couple more decorations, so let's start up on those. Oh, right, I've only got one free human at the moment. That makes sense. I'm barely gonna get into this glade if I get into it at the right time anyway. Please. Please get this building. Oh my god. Nope. They missed it. I don't want them to cut in any- And then they still did! I told them to stop! No! So now I miss out on the treasure stag, and I have to resolve this event. I'm gonna probably use 2 wildfire essence to do it. I don't have any of those other resources. 20 pottery every time I discover a glade, 3 ancient tablets, some pie. And what do you want? You want me to keep the hostility level at 5 or higher And if I don't do that, you'll give me 150 hostility and then you'll vanish. I can't do that. What a nightmare. I can pay you off with ancient tablets, I guess, which I can get from completing the Forgotten Temple of the Sun. Oh my god. That's as bad as that could have gone. I'm very grateful that I'm pretty sure our strong start will still account for all of this and I'll be fine. But, wow. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad for me. Well, that's how it goes, I guess. Throw another one of you back into this building to continue with the flower generation. I haven't generated enough biscuits yet to get the improved herb and root production, but that is going to be a perfect spiral when it starts up. Yeah. I want to take everyone off so I can get through the storm, and I would love some more harpies, thank you. Harpies would do infinitely better in pretty much all of the supplier and apothecary buildings I'm currently working with. I don't want to start using roots, because they're the filling of the biscuits right now. Okay. Don't need that many more decorations to surpass now. So I need one more basic. Kind of difficult to know what and where to put it, but that'll do for the moment. So this will grant us a +10 to global production speed, as well as additional resistance for our hearth, which is going to be important because as soon as we get to the next season, I'm going to spawn enough blight rot cysts that it would start becoming a problem. Wait. Oh my god, I skipped right up to Harmony. Whoops. I built the wrong buildings. Yeah. I forgot that I need the lower level at the moment. That's okay. Easily resolved. Perfect. Then there's Ascended DOS. Mushrooms are now good. should be able to get some good flour production online. Eventually, I want people only eating biscuits. Oh my god, I forgot to choose any of these. Woof. I'm gonna go with using rainwater. It was the way I was leaning already. Into the wilds. Woof. I'm probably gonna discover 5 blades before I do that much trade. Copper fever, deliver 100 copper ore, and it'll give me the ability to make twice as much copper ore. That's not bad. Deliver 100 copper ore, eh? It's a really good spot for a mine up here. My god. Biscuit diet. 75% chance of producing double yields while under the effect of biscuits. This is the biscuit build. The ideal biscuit build. At least 10 villages with clothing need filled, but also I need to have 12 humans to make that work. I do want to go for copper fever, I just don't know if I can actually complete it. Trade and industry, use rainwater so it overlaps with another one of my quests, and I have to get some amber, that's fine. Oh no, I'm about to lose all my amber. Because the negative, this is gonna occur. Let's see if I can spend that amber faster than I lose it. Nope, lost it. I mean, I guess I'm not really threatened by this mission continuing. Oh, old Faloof. Ooh, I do like -50 to the old hostility. But the thought of somehow getting 17 out of you terrifies me. Actually? Not as costly as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to do that. I'll love to lower hostility when I'm given the opportunity. It really, really extends the road ahead of you. That said, I was never really going to complete this man's quest, which is also going to give me 150 hostility. Ugh. Bleh. Probably be there, right? Maybe even there. Should probably complete that mission as well. Alright. Let's finally praise the sun. Almost exhausted all of the mushrooms down there, which will make it easier to transition folks to other things. I don't think I'm fulfilling copper fever at all. Look at this amount of time. I've got 1 builder at the moment. I feel like I accidentally, through no fault of my own, bit off way more than I can chew. Sure, you might say, that seems like it's your fault. And it is. Okay, so moving on. Got a mine up here. I've even double upgraded the mine to possibly fulfill Copper Fever. Yeah, no time for making more mushrooms at this point. Actually, it is time for making more mushrooms, just elsewhere, please. Newcomers are arriving. Yeah, I just want people. I just want as many bodies, as many warm bodies as I can get. So, the spirit is obviously blocking the place that I'm gonna want to put this. But it feels like I can legitimately just put my small warehouse directly next to the mine, because all of the other resources in the area are pretty close to it as well. Which will give us a reasonable shot at actually completing Copper Fever, I think. Or at least it'll give us the best shot that we can possibly have. Which, could we ask for anything more? Back down below the limit. Now it'll be worth my time to up all of these to 50. What else do I want to build right now? Eventually I will need a black post. I might as well get one now. And then I am gonna need to house more people also, but I also want to exhaust this trapper's camp. I'll tell you what, it really don't look like I'm gonna complete Copper Fever. I tried. I feel like I really should have had a lot more copper already on if I wanted to try and take advantage of that. Well, what this has forced me to do is start generating copper much earlier than I really intended to. So I now need to try and find a way to utilize the copper that I'm generating. Power of the Storm, use Stormwater in specific. A temple where I deliver scrolls. I do want religion. No, I don't want religion. I do want education. I'm not burning that many things, though. I go for the Power of the Storm. Actually, I could have also just neglected to choose right there, and that would have been fine also. 150 hostility from this guy, just because I couldn't get my hostility high enough. Ugh. Gain 30 hostility on picking this up. I don't want to do that. Food production speed is increased by 15% for every 50 units of drizzle water stored. I'm gonna go with that, because I am doing a lot of food production as my core chain. I still haven't gotten... Yeah, I still haven't gotten anywhere I can put a geyser pump yet. So I'm gonna actually make a rainwater collector. So thought the ancients. If you had enough copper ore to finish my mission, I would try and buy it from you. Lower the storm's duration. I do like that. Take all of the woodcutters off of that job so that they can go back to their first love, woodcutting. Do I want more people or do I want more resources? Turns out, no matter what I want, I can't afford it right now. Wait, if I'm not solving it with the ancient tablets, I might as well sell them. Yeah, 24 more of goods sold, which is all 3 of these tablets, will get me the completion of half of trade and industry. I could also choose to increase the duration of drizzle, which legitimately, it is the best season. Yeah. Let's add to the duration of the best season. And yeah, I definitely have the ability to build a bunch of homes for harpies, so I probably ought to do that. At this point, it feels like it would be irresponsible not to. Harpy, 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 harpy. With all of the harpies manually housed, we should be fine. How's biscuit production going? About as slow as the flour production is going for it. Fair enough. Starting to get some rainwater so I can start to use it in some engines. Stormwater is also really good for the workshop, although I'm going to need some new pipes to get that started. I'd like some more open workers at the moment, but that'll have to come out of people completing trapping camping. Oh, newcomers. Ooh. Whole bunch of eggs, eh? Do like a whole bunch of eggs, because a whole bunch of eggs gives us the ability to send these folks to the capital. Resolving that mission. I don't gain additional people, unfortunately. But perhaps growing slower is appropriate for my build at the moment. All the while, giving me a little bit more money to rectify some of the problems that may pop up. Woohoo. Our biscuit production is going great now. We're getting +2 to both root and herb production, and our farmers pretty much always are already affected by the biscuits that they've eaten, which means they are most likely to double their resources. So instead of getting 3 herbs, I get 10. That's gonna start exploding out of control really, really quickly. Let's score down a bunch new camps there. I'm also going to start needing some miners. There's the blight post. Not relevant yet, but better to have it sooner rather than later. You don't want to have to start building it when it's relevant. That's really about when you'd want it to finish. And I think, running out of trappers. Or anything for the trappers camp to do, rather. Even with the most pressure I can put on it, I can't get above 5 hostility. It's just not happening. Gathering speed is decreased by 50% for all gathering is the real killer here, because if I take half of my woodcutters off, I'm decreasing my gathering woodcutting speed by 50%. And avoiding incurring that in the first place. So I also get to keep my extra gathering speed on everyone else who's doing a gathering related task. I really need a Clothier. Clothier would be incredible for us at this point. Would fix so many problems. While we're also in this season, let's get a bunch of our typical woodcutters to move into the mines. So instead of contributing to our hostility and everyone being sad, they're getting +5 resolve for being in a mine and doing a job they like. And we love that for them. I believe, yes, unfortunately, we're out of flour now. Which, yep, I should definitely start making my flour out of roots. And instead of using roots to fill my biscuits, I will use herbs. Right. Unfortunately, that just completed, giving me the extra 150 hostility right now. Resources sacrificed in the hearth are burning 40% faster, but I can't really burn 2 more stacks. Now it's burning 3 times as fast. That said, I think I can actually probably afford this right now. 4 ancient tablets, 30 packs of trade goods to be sold, but on the positive, we do get some pretty sick resources. 40 sea marrow, 20 amber, and a forum for teaching, as well as leisure. So education for 2 of our people and leisure for 2 of our people. Also plus 15% to double production, which is really nice. I'm not going to choose this yet because I don't have to, but I'm probably going to choose the first. Alright, welcome Zelda. +2 to vegetables production, root delivery line isn't bad. 5 pigment for every 10 insects produced. I get a lot of insects. That's a lot of pigment. That's the ability to make the written works much more easily. For the sake of educatione. Let's get 2 of you out for the apothecary. Perfect. I can move houses for free before they're built. So, for that reason and that reason alone, I'm gonna move these 2 human houses up here. We're pretty even on everyone at the moment, so let's continue being pretty even-handed here. Missing out on bricks. Those bricks require clay. I am farming clay. Doing everything I can. Well, I don't need to have 50 planks before I make anything else. I needed to unassign that earlier than I did there. Okay. So that's drizzle water, but I don't know where I really use drizzle water in my camp at the moment. I suspect nowhere. I do want to break into another area, but I'm frankly a little gun shy based on what happened. I still can't believe that I missed the treasure stag by a second. And it was so close that I couldn't even prevent the opening of the glade. Anyway, it's fine. I processed that. It's in the past. That's not an unresolved trauma. Just making some additional housing here to confirm that we are going to have this looking goated. Hey, there we go. Dang, Hoppy House is just outside. Okay, and yeah, this doesn't house 6 people at this point. But I will want to take 6 people from here, so alas. I'm just gonna start doing that. I'm paying a lot of wood to move these just to look nice. Doesn't feel great to do, but it does feel necessary for my brain. Still have enough people here, and this has gotten to enough people that it is worth decorating even further. Another plus 10% to global production speed. Feel like that's worth it. Make up to 200 flour at any one time. And I do need to start being able to make copper bars, because if I can make copper bars, I can make pipes, and if I can make pipes, I can start connecting all of these buildings again. I'm not looking forward to the first storm where I just have this extra 150 impatience that I have to deal with. Yeah, I should definitely start getting some flax as well. It'll help me to prepare for the season when suddenly I have the ability to clothe people and need to do everything. Everyone off of woodcutting, and that's only enough to prevent me from having to pay oil. Oof. Okay, oil production's gonna be slower for a bit. A fair bit. Tell you not to make purging fire just so that I don't have to worry. Right now, put one person back on woodcutting. Mainly because I know I'm gonna have to sacrifice some. But I really can't afford to sacrifice wood right now. Well, I don't know how I'm getting through this season. It could be allowing people to finally wear the clothes, but I don't think that's gonna save me enough either. Yikes. This is pretty bad. Oh no. Well, as long as I get through the storm, it counts as good. As long as I get through the storm, it counts as good. Sacrificing a lot of wood right now. I can't accept newcomers. Oh boy. So I'm definitely gonna need another woodcutter when we roll around to the next season. Possibly even a third after that. Low on fuel. Yep, I had to expect that was about to come out. That's why I wanted to get the 30 fuel out of the blight post and not allow it to take any back. Tell you to stop making planks. If I told you to stop making planks, would you take me seriously? Right, rolled over the top. And we're out of the storm. Beautiful. Stormwalker tax is hilarious. I could spend all of my money right now and then accept some villagers, getting 30 more amber. Gain 20 coal for every 3 burned blightrot cysts. Not bad. Every villager with a need for education fulfilled increases global production speed by 5%. As soon as I do production, sorry, as soon as I have education online, that's great, but I don't have the ability to distribute education, nor do I have the ability to generate education at this point. So it's Stormwalker tax. 50% more goods produced in brewery, love it. Also, humans are just in general happier, love that too. Take some pipes. And some coal. Perfect. Now I have no trade goods. Gonna go get the Stormwalker tax, losing all of my amber, and then I'll accept some new visitors to the Citadel, gaining 30 amber. That gives me the ability to produce 50% extra goods in the brewery, which is not bad. Traders arrive faster as dice as well. I also kind of want the biscuits. Biscuits are going to be a bit more expensive than I thought. Okay. Let's get the efficient brewing. I already make the biscuits very effectively. I'm going to get the oil. The rest of my money here. And that's just so that I have a robust supply of fuel based on the fact that I basically limped my way through the end of the storm. Okay. So some great news. I do want to break into another glade right now, and it now is responsible for me to do so. Which glade should it be? I feel like it should probably be an extension of this area, just due to the adjacency of a small warehouse already. Also start using our energy, rather our rainwater, in order to produce our biscuits a lot faster. Did I set a limit to those biscuits to 200 already? I didn't, but I will. Okay. Another one. Discover 2 dangerous forbidden glades within 180 seconds of one another, and I've got 45 minutes to complete that. That's not bad. It'll destroy all the bonus resources, though. I would have preferred it destroys all ale, coats, incense, training gear, wine skulls, and tea over the extra 150 hostility, but that's not what happened. Fishman Outpost. Hello, Fishman. I need to give you a bunch of amber, as well as some luxury goods, or training gear. I don't really have any of that. Yeah, that's all kind of nightmarish to ask me for. Because I can't do, oh boy, any of those at all. I mean, yeah, I do want a brewery. Nothing quite wrong with that. I can make a bunch of packs of crops out of that brewery, which would give me the ability to try and pay him off with packs of crops. I suppose that's going to be the resolution that I lean towards. Mainly because it's the only one I suspect I can generate. Let's get humans in that brewery, start to make some pickled goods. At least that's another thing that I have people liking. I should probably start building reinforced roads because I have nothing else I can do with my copper at the moment, but I have a lot of copper. So effectively, all of the roads that are most commonly used are going to go from 5% increase in speed for folks moving across them to, I believe, 25%, which is nothing to turn one's nose up at. Yep, 25. Additional black rot cysts have appeared, giving me the notice at this point that I must start producing some burning for that, otherwise I am going to be overwhelmed. How badly? Yeah, pretty badly, 150% of our max. I should also get 2 people into the rain collector right now, as I'm starting to expend that rain that they're trying to use. I really don't need anywhere near as much plant fiber as I'm currently generating. I just want to exhaust these resources. So I can afford to take those people off so they can start making our roads. This map has been very mean to me so far. It was very nice, and then it was also very mean. I've also found no additional farmland, which is quite sad, considering I have a +7 to the production of each of the ingredients from it. I should just be drowning in biscuits at all times from here on out. And in fact, I really think I'm now to the degree where I can turn off base ingredient consumption. Okay. Yeah, that could be a lot worse. We're managing to stay under 4, so I'm not going to have to pay a bunch of oil. And I can favor the harpies in order to keep them happy, and then everyone's still pretty happy with me. That's great. There's also free up a bunch of workers that I can throw at things, like all the harvesting camps. New arrivals. Okay, so I've got now 14? Yeah, only if it was 2 people total would I be able to accept anyone here. Stone. It's not enough stone to hunt down the fishmen. Poisoned food. Villagers have a 25% chance of death after eating. I'm gonna have to tell everyone to stop eating for a while in order to avoid that. Oh, what a nightmare. Oh, an absolute nightmare. I'm gonna lose some people. I don't want to. I really have a good plan of stopping it. Also, the impatience is growing ridiculously quickly because I'm not solving any of these orders. That impatience will grow very quickly when people start dying. Oh my god. I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oh baby, baby. Yeah, I screwed it. I didn't actually use the Blight Post, so I just let people die to the Ancient Hearth corruption, which has given us a bunch of additional impatience. That's gonna cause problems. That's not good. Alright, we're still on high level corruption. Old Farloof, you do have tools. That would be the ability to solve this. So. Newcomers come faster. Ancient tablets or trade routes are faster. I'm gonna take the route delivery line, literally just to support my build at the moment. I'm gonna accept anyone so that I can get my 30 amber for accepting them. The rain mill would be lovely. What, it makes scrolls and it gives us flour. Oh, it is so incredible. Anyway, I can't do that. I have to buy the 15 tools so that I have even a possibility of trying to resolve this. In exactly 2 minutes, as this event starts going off, I'm going to have to... Can I buy... No, I can't buy the ability to resolve it faster. I'm gonna buy that rain mill though. Rain mill good. Throw a bunch of humans in it to make flour at the best available rate. Flour out of the supplier. You may also now use roots. And build up to 200. I need a better source for clearance water to keep this going. At least to keep it going as fast as I need it to. And I still don't have a better resource for clearance water, so... not really certain what my plan there is going to be. I'm gonna have to start cutting into additional glades, because the resources I have from the glades I am currently able to access, it's just not gonna be enough. Alright. It's finally time. No one is now allowed to eat of anything until the resolution here is done, because you have a 25% chance of dying as soon as you finish eating. If you had a bowl of M&Ms, and 25% of those M&Ms would kill you. I think it makes sense to fast for another 2 minutes until you are sure that none of them will poison you, and then eat. Okay, this is great. We've also managed to resolve all of these harvesters camps up here, which should free up, yeah, a bunch of our woodcutters. Resolve is already low because of it. Resolve is also low because people are starving now, for what it's worth. Mine has no available... Oh, there we go. Boo, 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 boo. I've got 23 seconds to bring this run back. Which it will. I'm going to get a Queen's Grace, which will give me a reputation, and it'll complete that. So we're fine. But yes, this mine is now complete. This is an X mine. It's mining for the it's mining for the Peords, I guess is what I was trying to say there. Which is the Spoonerism, so I think I'm fine with it. Don't need any of those resources at the moment. You can get out of there. Supply not necessary. Already made as many goods as I think I need. There we go. And finally, that's tools production and pipes production, or training gear and pigment. Pigment could be useful, so could packs of provisions, actually. I'm gonna take the manufacturing. See, packs of provisions will give me, I mean, pigment, obviously, but packs of provisions will give me the ability to start trading. That could really help my waning building. Ah, great. We're all good. I can now tell people to start eating again. It's fine. Open your mouths and let the food fall in. Oh god. The harpies are really mad with... That's another golden treasure stack. I don't trust you. I don't believe you. You're lying to me. Oh, Harpy is happy enough. Thank heck. I have to cut through so few trees to get there. You know what? I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see exactly how good these can be if you get them and can use them, and it's fine. And also, for what it's worth, I really do need to get another... another half down soon. There's worse positions to put one. Hey, see? We broke in! Here he is. Golden Treasure Stag. Its elusive nature allows it to move like a ghost through the foggy thicket. It is believed the beast is tied to the spirit world. It has 1.5 minutes until it removes itself from the map. I can either choose for it to share its riches with me, or rob it. Share your riches, please. Also wanted global resolve as well as 25 amber. It actually could have been significantly better than that. Stormwater geyser, unfortunately I really wanted a clearance geyser, but that's okay. I'll take what I can get. Maximum provisions, and I have to accept 0.5 impatience points. Alternatively, some reeds, some coats, some copper bars, some crystallized yew. All of those I want, I just can't make those, so it doesn't really matter how much I want them. Raw food, basic materials, building resources. I could invite Jadani to come faster, but that gives me 0.5... 0.5 bad. I do want coats. Oh god. So many things would resolve our problem right now. Just not anything I currently have access to. Definitely time to start making some packs of provisions. Got another 2 minutes to break into another dangerous glade. I worry if I don't take any risks right now, I just lose. Just because of the impatience. I really want to complete this. Obviously, I don't want to have to pay it. The storm is about to start. I can't do this in the storm, can I? I'm taking the risk. I'm gonna lose otherwise. This is a really, really good biscuit build, but yeah, all it takes is any of these giving me an impatience, and I'm dead. There we go. Trade and industry. Boom. There we go. Lost in impatience. Picked up a blueprint. There is coat production and barrel production from the artisan. That could do it. Oh yeah, I can definitely sell a huge amount of herbs. And of clay. Yeah, pretty much everyone hates me, and they're gonna start running away as well. Take everyone off woodcutting. Start sacking some wood. Gets us to a position we can possibly live through. I'm gonna get people actually starting to fight the blight. Ooh, biscuits. I do want to be able to sell those. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I'm making enough right now. Education building would pop the hell off right now. I'm gonna try my absolute darndest to hold on here. Oh wow, that way I get to lose a beaver and a harpy. Ooh. That is not how I wanted to juggle that, but it is how I did it. And that's going to be another harpy, which is going to, boom, start inviting the end. I can favor the harpies in order to try and get through the rest of the, yeah. Fundamentally, Remember how at the start of the episode I said 150 hostility at the very start of a Cursed Glade is really tough? Yeah, as soon as I tried to get the first treasure stag, instead of getting that, I got 150 hostility. Which... that's about as bad as that could have gone. It was just redoing this one in a different area. That said, I'm gonna try and do it again, but more successfully in another episode's time. But until then, let me say that my name's been Rhapsody. It's been a good biscuit build, even if it wasn't a good settlement build. Top left of the series playlist. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Special thanks to this episode, or rather, a special thanks to this episode to Jazzy of Jazzopolis. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.